welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop quick tip. Today we've got a really easy one, one that's been requested by many people. A lot of us like to go out in nature, and when we're out there we occasionally run across some wildlife and we like to snap some pictures, and we're always usually a little disappointed at the results because we're not all pro photographers carrying those big guns of glass. Half of us can't afford to spend $12,000 on a single lens. So I'm going to show you today a little cheat, okay? And this little cheat is going to let you take just about any picture and quickly cream out the background so you got a beautiful creamy bokeh, okay, that isolates the subject. Okay, and it's really easy to do. It requires just a few steps. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I have a picture of a wolf. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the layer. Command or Control J. Okay, and I'm going to turn off the bottom layer. And now with this top layer selected, I need to take a quick grab of the subject. Okay, so I'm going to select, and then I'm going to, in this one here, I'm going to use focus area. I'm telling Photoshop I want you to select only what's in focus. And the defaults are fine. Oops. Undo. I forgot to check something. I apologize. We're going to do select. Focus area, and I forgot to change the output to a new layer with a layer mask. My mistake. My apologies. We're all human, right? Okay, so again, focus area, I let it stay at the defaults and just make a new layer. Okay, now we have this new layer that Photoshop created for us. It's rough around the edges, but don't worry about it. It's really nothing we're concerned about. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that layer off. I'm going to go back down to the second layer, and I'm going to do a quick selection of the wolf. Okay, and I'm just going to right around. Again, precision doesn't really matter here. Just get it semi close to the subject, and there. Okay, now I want you to go up to Edit and Content Aware Fill, and Photoshop will do its thinking. Okay, and it's giving me a preview here, and it's not perfect, and I don't expect it to be, but it's close enough for what we need to do, because in the end we're going to wind up blurring this image as well. So I'm going to hit OK. And now I have my patched area and my layer below. I'm going to select both of them, and I'm going to say merge visible layers. That just puts us down to our original 3 layers. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is just blur the background. And again, remember, this is totally up to taste, what you're going for. You can do it less or more. I'm going to do it extremely heavy-handed, okay, because I promised you we were going to do a creamy background. All right, so I'm going to go up to blur. Actually, I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing. Deselect, Command or Control D. Then I'm going to go up to blur and Gaussian blur. And now I said I'm going to really crank it up. You don't have to. If your taste is just this, you say that's what I want, that's what you go with. How much blur? Entirely up to you. I'm going to go ahead and crank it way up. I'm going for a creamy, creamy background. So I'm going to say about right there. So we are blurring the heck out of this thing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now that is done. I'm going to bring back the isolated wolf here and pop it right on. And we have successfully isolated it. But as you can tell, we're a little bit rough on our selection. We need to smooth that out a little bit to make it more believable. So I'm going to go back up to the wolf layer, and I'm going to select the mask, not the picture of the wolf, but the actual mask. All right, with that selected, I'm going to blur that mask to make it blend in more. All right, so I'm going to go up to Blur, Gaussian Blur, and I'm going to just do the minimum, watching how he comes into the scene. Okay, and I'm just going to make it to where he comes into the scene and it is believable. We'll try it about there. And now we have our completed composite. And we have taken it from that to that. We've completely isolated it. Piece of cake. So hopefully you find it useful. And again, my example, I went very heavy-handed. You don't have to go as extremely as I did, but I just wanted to show you the technique. So there we have a nice photo. We've isolated the subject, and we have a nice creamy background. Okay? Until next week, you guys take care.